friends, welcome back to Beloved Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. Happy Tuesday, y'all! Yay! Today is Tuesday. All right, we done made it through another work day. How's that for y'all? Let me know in the comments how y'all feeling, how y'all doing, what are you watching, what are you streaming, did you go to the theater, and all of that good stuff. Y'all know I love to be in your movie business, in your movie world, so please feel free to let me know all of that in the conversation below in the comment section. All right, yes y'all, but as for me, I am doing well, a little bit tired. Well, I won't say tired, but a little bit sleepy. Feel like I didn't really get enough sleep today, even though I felt like it should have been enough sleep, but for whatever reason it just doesn't feel that way. Nevertheless, and I was almost tempted, I have to say, I was almost tempted to not even get on here and hang out with y'all today. And I was like, you know what, beloved, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not going by how we feel. We're not doing that. We're working too hard. You gave your word. Be here, be the one of those that show up. Because let me tell y'all this, right? As much as, yes, I enjoy hanging out with y'all on YouTube, on this channel, in this world, in this particular realm, I actually do enjoy being on YouTube, like, all together. Like, there's a lot of creators that I follow, that I watch on a regular basis. Anytime they put out a new video or whatever, I am right there. But one of the things that is kind of like disappointing to me, but at the same time I remind myself that everybody's situation is different. Every creative situation is different. Some people have like a huge family, a lot of responsibilities that they're taking on outside of YouTube. So they can't be, you know, putting out a video every single day. That is just not realistic for everyone, and I get that. I'm very understanding to that. And then there are ones that you kind of, well, you just feel like, I guess because, let me say, I feel this way probably more so because in a world, in this faith-based world, the faith-based realm, we don't have as many creators as all the other stuff. Like all the other stuff, it seems like it's something new that is coming out every day. I mean, people have their podcasts or whatever, and it just feels like it's always something. Like you can tune in, it's always something new, and you feel even more connected to them because they're showing up every day. And when it comes to like the faith-based creators and all of that, you don't see as much content. And I'm not blaming it on because no, it's just the faith-based creators are like that. No, I do understand that people have a life outside of here, and it depends. Everybody's situation is different. Not everybody can show up like that, but there are ones who probably like, okay, I know I can show up once a week or whatever, and they're consistent with that once a week, and that's pretty cool. That's all right. That's good. Beloved ain't saying nothing about that, but it's just for me because I enjoy, like, I'm on YouTube a lot, and so I be wanting to hear like from my favorite creators like every day. I want something every day. Yeah, y'all been probably like, well girl, you a little bit spoiled. Maybe I am, but that's what I be wanting, and because that's what I be wanting, I'm like, that's what I try to go for. I try to sow the things that I like to see. And so and yeah, and I know all of y'all don't know my life outside of here, or what I got going on and different things, and how challenging it may or may not be to show up as consistently as I possibly can. But that's one of my goals, is to be that kind of content creator that, you know, all right, for the most part, every day you're gonna hear something from Beloved. I know I can go there. I know I can listen to some things that are good, listen to things that are good, that'll help connect me closer, draw me closer to the Lord, because I know it's not necessarily realistic for everyone to be in their Bibles literally all the day, 24/7. So there are other things outside that we still want to be connected to the Word of God, right? We still want Him on our mind. And so I like to think think that this channel does do that for you all. So yes, we talk about a lot of different movies that are family friendly or faith-based, and I'm always looking for the biblical principles even within the family friendly type films, just to make sure that we always have Jesus on our mind, because it's so easy to forget about him and all of that. And even though I be knowing that, and I guess that's where the little bit of frustration comes in at for me, because I know that is the case. And as much as I am on YouTube outside of this channel and listening and following other different faith-based creators, I be wanting a little bit more consistency. I want to hear from someone pretty much every day, because that helps me stay connected when I'm not necessarily right in front of my Bible, or I'm outside the house, I'm on the move, and I want to listen to things that connect me closer to the word, even though they can be entertaining at the same time. So yeah, I know I said all of that, but y'all know how we do on here. That's how I check in. I kind of tell you where I'm at, how I'm feeling. I expect the same thing from y'all too. That's what the comment section is for, so we can talk about what's going on in y'all world. But that's literally where I am, because I was thinking about that last night. Like, oh wow, but it's not like that. It's really not like that in the faith-based world, in the faith-based creative realm. It's not. I mean, everybody does different things. You got people who focus more on books, you got people who focus more on the lifestyle, and all kind of different things. It ranges. But that seems to be the only thing that I find that's a little bit that I wish would be a little bit better, is the consistency, because there's an audience out here. There are people out here who want to hear good things and want that connection to be closer to the Lord, but at the same time you still want to be entertained. You want to be connecting with other believers, building a community, be around those who you can like get on prayer with and all of that. And so that's what I'm working on with this channel. And I know it kind of starts with me. The more consistent I am, the more you all can trust in the channel, the more you all will probably show up and expect it, because out of sight, out of mind for most people. So if you're constantly in your face about it, you're like, okay, let me go check this out over here. Let me go check this out over there. And so I try to make it as kind of real time as possible, even though I'm not always live, probably nowhere near live, because I'm still building here. And so yeah, but I at least like to make the videos coming out every day, and that's what I shoot for. It doesn't always happen, but I try to make up for the times that it doesn't happen. Definitely ask y'all forgive me and all of that. But yeah, that's what I'm shooting for, and it's mostly because that's what I want to see. That's kind of a need and a desire that I have. And so I like to think, okay, if that's what you want, beloved, it starts with you. So you be that change that you want to see. So yeah, anyways, we are here, and we're gonna be talking about another movie. We're still in our countdown to Christmas 2025. I have also created a playlist for those of you who may miss it. You may not catch every video, so you can always pull up the playlist for the countdown to 2025, and yeah, and go ahead and binge watch that or binge hear that. So I try to make things as smooth and easy as possible for you all, because I know there are some of you out there who you're really busy, especially around this time. You can't catch every single thing, but sometimes in your own time you may have a little time, a little spare time to be like, okay, now let's see what's going on over here. So I try to make it a little bit easier for you all. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our special feature today, which is titled Single on the 25th. You can actually find this film streaming right now on Hallmark Plus. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. For Nell Duke, nothing is worse than being single during Christmas time, as everywhere she looks, couples are kissing under the mistletoe. However, she soon makes a special connection with a neighbor who shows her how to keep the holidays festive. Now, my friends, my loves, okay, because y'all are family here, the title alone definitely got my attention, because I know it can be, I mean, we all been there. Some of us are there. When it comes to special times a year, that when your situation don't look like everybody else's situation, you feel some kind of way. You're like, oh, it makes you feel like an outsider. It makes you feel sometimes like, what's wrong with me? Why isn't things going a certain way? Especially if this is part of your prayer that you want to be a certain place at a certain time in your life by a certain age. I want to be here, or I see myself there. And by the way, if you all haven't learned by now, I know some of you have learned, but for those of you who are new on the journey, you're newly adults here. Now let me help you out a little bit, right? It is best not to even go there and think, let me be at such and such place by such and such time. Because if you are a believer and you on this journey with the Lord, trusting Him, you can best to believe things are not always going to play out the way that you thought. I mean, exactly the way that you thought. It still would turn out good, but it may not go. I mean, there are people who are like, oh, I want to be married by 25. And this thing, you know, you are 30 and you're still single. You know, so I'm like, leave a little bit room for God to do what He does best, because He knows us best. He knows what's ahead. He knows what truly will make us happy. He knows what we truly need. And that is sometimes hard to accept. Like in Nell's place here, she is a young woman who's doing very well in every area of her life except for the romantic part. Her personal life isn't all the way what she would like it to be, okay? She would love to be like she sees so many different people. She even has a best friend here who is married, got a baby on the way. Her life is looking exactly the way Nell would like her life to look. And for whatever reason, it's not happening for her. But she was cool. She was cool still, okay? She wasn't like feeling sorry for herself in some pity party. And that's one of the things that I really don't like to watch about certain films. And when they have this focus on, all right, it's the holiday season and you're single, please do not try to nail in further. Watching certain films that kind of give you that room, give you almost permission to have a pity party for yourself if your life don't look the way everybody else look at a certain age. I do not enjoy them kind of films. I feel like it's making it too easy for you. Give me a film that challenges me, even though, yeah, you get that I may not like the way I am right now. I don't like this particular season of being this particular way when I see my friends over here and everybody else seem like they all snuggled up, coupled up and everything like that. But challenge me. And I feel like this film did that for me. It didn't give you room to feel sorry for yourself, to have this pity party. Yes, it naturally is going to touch on points that we know how it feels to be alone. But that don't mean that you are lonely because you are alone, okay? Because we do have a God who loves us, who said He will never leave nor forsake us. So that lets us know that we are never truly alone. We're never lonely if we have Him with us, living in us, breathing through us. So that's one of the perks there of being a believer. But I would not ignore, because y'all may say, beloved girl, stop living in an illusion, okay? We still human at the end of the day. Yes, we love God. We are believers in everything, beloved. But don't act like that we don't want nobody and we don't need nobody and different things like that. Girl, I hear you, okay? I hear you, all right? I ain't saying all of that. But what I am doing is shine a light on a positive. And that is, we have a God who loves us dearly, who is in love with us. And He did promise that He will be with you always. So yes, we want to make sure we keep that before us at all times, okay? But yes, I will talk about, because that's what this film is doing here. I will talk about that. Yeah, there are times that you may feel a little bit lonelier than you necessarily are. And Nell, this character, does go through that, but at the same time, she was preparing herself. She was looking at the bright side, okay? And yes, just because you are single, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy where you are and be content with what you have. So Nell made all these plans for Christmas with her family. For the first time, they were going to be coming her. I believe she's in Chicago, so they were going to be coming to spend time with her. And so she had all these events planned, got the Christmas tree up, the decorations, knowing what she's going to cook or whatever, bake, all of that. So she's excited. She's not even thinking about the fact that, no, she is not married. No, she doesn't have any kids at this point in the season of her life. She is focusing on that she can make this amazing a blast for her and her family. However, she get this unexpected call letting her know everybody is canceling on her. Her mom, her dad, her cousin who calls her Nelly Belly. Girl, what you call kind of like a grown person Nelly Belly. Girl, stop. But child, the way that they treat Nell, and she gotta feel this way. I gotta understand her. You gotta feel like the people just handling you with kids, cause you are like the little girl in a grown woman's body. Because you single, you ain't got nobody and all of that. So you Nelly Belly, girl. But anyways, her cousin was a trip. Her cousin is so self-absorbed. Even though we don't really hear much from her cousin except from like the very beginning of this film. But just in that one phone call, you see that her cousin is just so wrapped up into her that it is so ridiculously funny. It's the best that you can do is laugh at that. But anyways, moving her on. We're going to sweep her out of the way over there. Back to Nelly Belly. She does have a neighbor. His name is Cooper. And Cooper seems to be just like her in a sense of, but Cooper takes life a little bit differently. Yes, he is single. Yes, he doesn't have any kids. He is doing amazing in his career and all of that. Got these plans to go to Aspen, but his plans were canceled at the last minute. So he is like Nell, alone for the holidays, but he's taking things a little bit differently. Loneliness doesn't bother Nell. He feels like it's safer to be that way. It's safer to be in a place where you can be good with you. You can go out to the movies, you can go out and eat and do it all and be just as fine. And it don't bother you at all. And that is where Cooper is. I feel him on that because I do feel like you gotta be good with you first because you're with yourself 24/7. You can't get away from you, all right? So you need to be cool with you. You need to like the person that you are and be like real enough to accept who you are and not try to be somebody else because you feel like this is what the world accepts, this is what the world flock to, so let me try to tweak and all of that, my personality. But the secret with Cooper, yes, I feel like he got certain things down in that aspect. He's good with being alone. But what Cooper learns with dealing with Nell here, because they do end up crossing paths a lot more than what they probably expected since they both are neighbors and alone for the holidays, and offer their services to each other because Nell is like an event planner and Cooper is the expert of being single and being cool with that. So he's teaching Nell how to be cool with being alone, even at certain events where it seems like everybody is coupled up. This is how you do it. This is the play game. Okay, let me get my list together. You follow these instructions to the T, girl. You're gonna be thriving. You're gonna be surfing these holidays. So I love that. That's where the humor comes in, and Cooper does an amazing job showing Nell how to maneuver this, how to work a crowd. But the key thing that it boils down to that I picked up on this film, that you gotta be content with who you are and have the courage to be yourself in every environment. Whether it's work, whether it's events, whether it's with strangers, have the courage to be you. And we got to see this particular scene where Nell shows up at this event with all these people who are obviously nothing like her. But Nell, she takes Cooper advice and she gets out there on the dance floor. Yes, I ain't got nobody to dance with, but I'm here. Okay, let's do this. Come on. And laughing at all this other stuff. And it was hilarious because it was like, what would it be like if we as adults, I mean, it's easier for kids when you are a kid to do you and be cool with you, all right? There's room for that. But it's like amazing when you see an adult comfortable in your skin and could be who they are and be content in the season that they are in. And Nell had this moment when she's out there, she's working the crowd, she's being herself and being content with that. And you saw that there's a confidence when you see someone cool with who they are and they ain't worried about what you're thinking about them and why you alone and why you like this, why you like that, and all this other stuff. But if you can just be you, that's what get the party start. That's what get everything popping, because people can feel that. People can feel that confidence and feel when you are yourself. And yes, you may be a needle in a haystack. Yes, you may be the oddball. the one crayon in the box that ain't like everybody else. But that's a good thing because God made you like that for a reason. And so that's what I was thinking about watching this film. And even though Cooper taught Nell a lot of things, he learned that too. That for the longest he didn't even know and recognize. I mean, he kind of knew in a sense, but for the most part, he didn't really know to the T like how unreal he was, how ingenuine he was, because he made it a point when he went to work to put on this suit. And when he put on his suit, he put on this whole other person, this person that he could not even be himself. Even in that environment, he was playing the game. And so to get to the end of the film, to even see Cooper step into being a real Cooper, that yes, you in a sense are this corny dude, right? And I'm saying corny, but that ain't a bad thing, okay? I'm corny too, but I don't care. Shoot, I don't care. I laugh at myself and everything else, and y'all don't even be laughing at me. Half the time, y'all don't even show up for me, but I still be here talking to me and God, and be laughing and having a good time. But so I get it. And so when Cooper had that about himself. He was a guy that enjoyed watching certain things every Christmas, and he got that permission, that room, dealing with Nell to be him. And Nell was the first person that he actually allowed himself to be himself and saw, hey, I'm accepted. A lot of the different things, that the way that he was the same way Nell was. Y'all living right next door to each other and two sides of the same coin. Yes, y'all differences made y'all closer, but a lot of the corny, wacky things, the things that make you feel like that people like, what are you doing that for? That should be for kids or whatever. No, y'all were just alike and had no clue the entire time. So to see that closeness, to see them draw together on those particular things, of course we're not going to get into all the details, it did make me feel good about me, because I be feeling that way. I be feeling that way on this YouTube realm, because I'm like, okay, I got this faith-based channel that focuses more on family-friendly films and faith-based films and films that are, yeah, you can watch with your grandma, you can watch with a kid in the room. That's what we're talking about, and that's what our conversations be about. And all of that, and there's no profanity, there's no all the yucky stuff. See, I call it yucky. See, who talk like that grown person call it like yucky, but it is, okay? And we don't even get on none of that. We keep it nice and clean and fun and wholesome here. And yes, it makes me feel like sometimes like I'm the oddball. Like, for real, let me tell y'all this, okay? Because y'all know we talk like this. How many people that I've reached out to, well, I ain't gonna say reach out, because I ain't really reached out like that. But I be looking to connect with and looking to collaborate with, in a sense, to bring new, a new flavor, new different style, somebody personality who is totally different than mine, but at the same time, they're doing their family-friendly thing. They're doing their wholesome thing. And to connect like that. But let me tell you this, I ain't find not one person, not one, not yet, in this movie realm, in this movie like aspect, even in lifestyle and different things. It's always something that holds me back, that I feel like God is pressing on my heart. No, that's not the way that I want you to go, baby girl. I know how you would love to collaborate with people and laugh and have a good time and to bring, different things, special things to the channel. I don't want to be like the only one here. I be really wanting to connect with other people. And even in a sense, try to reach out in my own way. And let me tell you, I'm still here, still me and Jesus, still me, Jesus and the Lord. It's just us for now. I mean, one day it could happen. It could. I ain't saying it ain't gonna happen now, okay? I know it will at some point. But yeah, child, so I do feel like that. I do feel like someone just kind of lost out here, just thrown out here, okay? And it's just us, and we just having a good having a good time, just us together. But yeah, I do have those dreams, those aspirations to really connect in this realm, in this faith-based, family-friendly, wholesome realm. But I haven't come across that yet. And I'm feeling some kind of way sometimes when I talk about it, but I still want to open up to y'all, show my friends and y'all, my family. So we talk like that, okay? All right. But anyways, back. But yeah, Single on the 25th is amazing. It's cute. I love that. Like I said, it doesn't give you room to have a pity party for yourself, but it shows you. It gives you almost like this blueprint of how to get out that pit, because it's so easy to get there when we feel like things ain't going our way. Why can't my life look like that over there? What happened? How did I end up here and all this other stuff? Girl, calm down, okay? You can have a good time with Single on the 25th, streaming right now on Hallmark Plus. But before I leave y'all for the day, we're gonna go ahead and get into this scripture, and we are coming out of, let's see, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. And I literally prayed this right before I got on here because, I love y'all. Y'all are special. Y'all are dear to my heart and a treasure here. This whole channel, this community that we're building is such a treasure. So yes, I did pray this. Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers. So yeah, y'all, that's all I have for y'all for this video. Of course, we're gonna be back tomorrow talking about another film. Oh, I've been watching so many different fun stuff. It's been so much fun on this countdown to Christmas and everything like that. I'm gonna miss it though when it's gone. I am. But then, y'all probably like, blood, girl, we can still watch some Christmas stuff. We still talk about some Christmas stuff even in Christmas time. Not for real. Y'all don't mind doing that? We can do that for real. Not hear me want to do that. But yeah, regardless, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have so much fun. So yeah, so until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.